everybody. Drew Dosek here with Verified Investing. Today, I've got a series of stock charts that are in the news that are definitely big movers that we're going to take a look at today. So we've got some pro charts that we're going to nail down and also get into some educational features and highlight these movements that have occurred, particularly in tech. So let's get into the charts. Let's take a look. We see we've got AMD first that we're going to be discussing, and AMD on the daily time frame. Look at this huge push that AMD has made from the March 30 lows, making a push all the way up to the high pivot of 142%. Now let's walk through how AMD did this, because if you see here, I've got a series, I've got two parallels, and I've got a couple trend lines trying to illustrate where price moved, how it got there, and what price is likely to do after accomplishing that feat. So, okay, so first off, we're going to walk through the area from down here in March 30th, when we did accelerate higher and then push through the top of the parallel. You could see how strong this breakout was, because price here on April 20th did not retest the top of the parallel channel. And then since this breakout, we have not retested the top of the parallel. Normally on breakouts, you generally have price breakout. It could even do so for 6, 7, 8 days and come back down, tag the top of the parallel, then continue moving on its merry way. This illustrated how strong the breakout was, even being overbought on the RSI down here at over 70. Guys, this was an incredible continued move on AMD, one that likely caught most investors off guard. Now, this move, we were long. However, once we started getting closer towards the top being extended, that was the area for profit taking, but AMD just continued accelerating up. And you can see on this next inclining trend line, this was taken from a pivot in October of 2024, connected over to the pivots that occurred in October of 2025. Now, this played correctly, being that it broke out, came back down, retested this trend line, and then continued marching further up on the charts, much like the similar story on this inclining parallel channel. We broke out, came back in with one daily test candle inside that parallel, and then continued moving higher. So it accomplished 2 retests in one trading day right here on April 28th. On the very next trend line break, because you can see here we had a big gap and go situation, the next key trend line for resistance was originating back here from a pivot in March of 2025, connected over to those same pivots in October of 2025. And you can see from this breakout with this huge gap higher and go, price retested the trend line in which it broke out from, and then has since continued pushing higher. So very incredible moves on AMD, all the while staying very extended on the charts and creating divergence right here on the RSI. That does imply that there's actually less buyers and actually more sellers up in this range, despite them pushing the price up. There could be less, more sellers, but they may be spaced out in different ranges, and the buyers are still pushing price up, as we see. Very nice move here on AMD with the negative divergence. Now, where this gets even more interesting is when you flip on the simple moving averages. Now, the 20 has not touched price since back here in April 2nd. The 20, which is this yellow line, should be tagging price roughly every 20 days or so. Now, when we get in chop situations, price hits that 20 moving average much more frequently, allowing for breakout scenarios like this to have an extended time frame without price tagging or touching that 20 moving average. And from this point, you can see we're now on day 49. TradingView does not count either the last candle or the first candle. I'm uncertain of which, but we're on day 49, which is 34 trading days of continued upward movement without tagging this 20 moving average. So we're beyond stretched for that. And then if you flip to the weekly, it gets a little bit even more, it illustrates even more, pardon me, how extended this is. Because look where the 20 weekly moving average is. It's down here at $265. That's a max move extension all the way up to where current price is $184 difference. If we go back to last week to the exact pivot, you can see here we actually had a little bit more of an extended move. Here, let me click off there to show you. We had a move up of just about $216 from that 200 weekly moving average. You can go back through this chart and notice that that has not occurred, guys. So this move is unprecedented. This move is beyond remarkable on AMD, and I get very concerned, even though there's a a lot of great narrative behind this move, I get very concerned about the extension that has taken place, because this is a historical separation, one that generally results in price coming back down and having these moving averages tag it. One way that we could keep price elevated is if we just chop sideways and allow these moving averages to catch up. So that's the way I see this playing out. Despite all this heavy inflow of capital going into these big names, we are just so far extended. We are beyond warning track range where investors up here can really leave themselves on an island if they choose to start entering a position long up here in this range, where they could find themselves really scratching their head trying to figure out how to average into the position if and when the weekly moving average is tagged on this chart. So I just want to illustrate not only the extended move, but how price has broken out of the scenario, has not yet retraced the top of the original parallel channel. As you can see here, the 20 weekly moving average is under that top range of that parallel as well. All right, next up, let's get into AVGO. AVGO, we see here, has recently moved up, gotten above all-time highs back here from December of 2025. That's what this horizontal trend line is illustrating. You can see here we're also in an inclining parallel channel. The date of the origination of this was back in December of 2024. So you can see price pierced the bottom range, and then since then, at the very end of March, accelerated straight up, much like on the chart of AMD. If you notice here, though, we had a beautiful big green candle, and then we had 1 day close outside of it. So far, that was just a test candle, and that 1 day closing outside of this big green candle occurred just on Tuesday, just yesterday on May 19th. Now we're finding ourselves closing back within that candle. So if you're a bull on AVGO, you want to see price get back up to the top of this green candle, consolidate right around the $440 level, and then push up to the next major level of resistance at the top of this parallel channel, just sub $500, roughly around $495, $496. But it's some really nice consolidation going on right now in AVGO. And a way for this to fail is if we get price underneath the 50% area of this parallel channel, right at 407.26, with the following support at $387.18. But every time prices come up, we've retested that 50% area, the parallel that it since broke out of, got a nice bounce, and then we most recently retested it again. So now we've tested it 2 times. Next time will be a 50-50 shot on potentially breaking through. So keep that in mind as well. 50% area is at 408.39, but right now it's just some really nice consolidation taking place right here near the all-time highs, trying to build momentum to break out and go higher. Next up, Google. Now, this is very interesting, guys. Google the other day here on Monday put in a daily topping tail. Then the following morning, they came out with news of a deal with Blackstone, upwards of $2 billion for building out new data centers using Google's chips. So this was very interesting development that has occurred after the decline. And you can see with this Tuesday, there was no upward movement with that good news of investing. It's just illustrating how stretched a lot of these stocks are. They've been bubbling and pushing up over that daily 70 with that decline that we saw yesterday that pulled us down underneath the 70 as we now are in the 62.29. One thing that Google has not done since breaking out of this inclining parallel that it's been in since 2024 is it has not yet retraced. So I'm anticipating that to happen before we can have any further upside. That retracement would come at $380.49. If this breaks, the next stop is going to be the previous all-time high at $349. Otherwise, Google could have a breakout retrace bounce play on top of that parallel, which would take it into brand new uncharted territory. Next up, Texas Instruments, guys. Look at Texas Instruments over the last couple of weeks, really accelerating up here on the chart, making a great move, breaking out of also another inclining parallel channel. This one a little bit older, though, that you can see it goes all the way back to the COVID lows here in March of 2020. So most recently, a big, huge gap over the top of the parallel, one that did not yet retrace as we simply gapped and accelerated. If we do get a retracement, that level is going to be right around $255 on the top range of this parallel channel. Now, one thing that's neat about parallels, and this doesn't work for every one of these parallels, is once price and if it breaks out like this, I try to find if there's a parallel channel for the near term, like an hourly parallel channel moving up, or I take my existing parallel and extend it on up to the pivot top that we created, because, you know, we've had some pullbacks since that pivot top was created. And then after I do that, my eyes go straight to the 50% area of the parallel. Does price interact with it accordingly? Meaning, does it move up and get rejected? Once above, does that 50% area act as support? So far, that's exactly how this parallel is behaving. Same thing here, and we kissed it, didn't actually hit it, but the same thing here, and then we exploded up. So this parallel actually is a very good parallel channel, one that only couldn't be created from this most recent pivot top that occurred here in the middle of May, just a couple days ago. So that tells us near term, this area is still resistance, 309.93, basically $310 on the top of that parallel. Should we surge above it, then we're going to have another level of resistance that could end up being a bull trap scenario, considering how overbought Texas Instruments is at this current state. Take a trend line from January of 2018, connect it over to the pivot tops that occurred here in April of 2021, and that will give you the next resistance level on TXN, roughly just above $320. So you can see how we can use TA to help not only guide us how price breaks out, but to give us insight as to where price can retrace. And then we can also use existing parallels to highlight a potential new top range for Texas Instruments on this explosion acceleration that you see here on the daily, still over 70. On the weekly, we are at 80.76. We are due for a pullback in Texas Instruments, folks. One way to find where the good support levels can be, pull out your fibs. In the first level right here, $280.71, followed by 262, and then the 50% area of this parallel channel, just under $250. I generally don't buy the first level of support, and particularly if a price is extended like this, as we likely will be due for a decent correction. This is a more of a sweet spot, safer zone to get in right around 262.41 for potential long trade. All right, guys, that wraps up today's Pro Chart videos. Thank you so much for tuning in. We've got Pro Charts hitting you guys for free every single day. Make sure to tune in. Visit our homepage, verifiedinvesting.com. Catch out all the latest and greatest chart information and analysis. My name is Drew Dosek. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll have more videos out to you later today. Take care, folks.